This is Will, and you're listening to The Law Schoolers. Today I'm going to be focusing on why you should take legal-based classes during your undergraduate and how they can be helpful. So my undergrad, my degree was in political science, and I had an emphasis on legal studies. I had to take several general classes, and I had to take several classes that were specific to my degree in order to graduate. By far, my favorite class and the class I feel helped me most prepare for law school was my Constitutional Law 1 and Constitutional Law 2 classes. And so why were these my favorite classes? Well, I felt like they taught me the law, they refined my interest in law, and they were structured most like my law school classes. And in fact, Con Law 1 was taught by a law school associate professor who designed the class to function just like a law school class would. So it was very heavy on tests, not as heavy on the assignments, and worked together to give me that best experience. Additionally, from these classes, I formed my strongest relationships with my professors. I enhanced my skills as a writer, and it deepened my excitement for law school. My one regret is that I didn't take more classes like this along with other fields of law so that I could have more experience with different fields of law. And so that was just a few of the several reasons why I wish that I took more legal-based classes in my undergrad and why I think you should take several classes in your undergrad. There are a couple of other benefits that I think that you can gain from these classes that I want to share with you now. The first is to gain legal knowledge. The second is to learn what law school might be like. The third is that it helps you refine your law school interests. And I also want to talk about what to do if you can't take legal-based classes during your undergrad. So first, gain legal knowledge. So my favorite aspect of the constitutional law class was that I felt that I had learned valuable knowledge about the Constitution. Not just history, not just facts, not just background, but legal principles that are relevant for our constitutional founding and current modern constitutional law. And so this knowledge that you can gain just from taking these classes would be so valuable for you when you're preparing for law school, because you're going to be able to take that knowledge and strive to do well in law school because you'll already have a foundation of legal knowledge. So second, you can learn what law school might be like. So often, law school grades are not based on the assignments. Instead, they're based on tests and how you perform on the test. Additionally, they're really strongly influenced by writing skills. And undergrad classes that utilize these components will help you prepare for your transition into law school. So legal-based classes have more heavily weighted on tests and have a lot more writing, not just multiple choice questions, but a lot of writing-based questions, and focus a little less on assignments, but making sure that you develop those skills very well. So finally, the legal-based classes help refine your interests. One of the reasons why I really enjoyed the con law class is because my interest was in con law. My experiences had shaped my desire to practice constitutional law after graduation, and this class greatly influenced it. But I don't know exactly how much it would have been influenced if I took other legal-based classes as well. If I took a criminal law-based class, would my interest in criminal law be heightened significantly? And I actually think it would be heightened at least a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because I went and toured a law school several times and sat in on law school classes that was simply about civil procedure. I found those classes to be greatly interesting, even though procedure tends to be what you might consider to be a boring subject. So what should you do if you can't take legal-based classes? Well, you can go and sit in on law school classes. A lot of the time, you won't be able to participate and you won't be active in the class, but you can tour law schools and you can sit in on those classes and get an understanding of what fields of law might be some interest to you. And that's what I would recommend that you do, is go sit in on law school classes, because those are, in fact, legal-based classes. So just to summarize, some of the benefits that I gain from my legal-based classes is knowledge, discovering what law school might be like, and refining my interests. And I know that as you do those things, you will be able to have those lessons and several other lessons as well. And that's all. Hope to see you next time. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Law Schoolers. Before I let you go, there are 4 things I want to say. The first thing is, if you enjoyed these episodes and if you enjoyed the website, I would invite you to go and join Law Schoolers Pro. And you can do that by going to lawschoolers.com/join. It's a way for you to support us, but there's also a lot of features there that I think you will enjoy. Second thing is that nearly all of our episodes are unedited. The only ones that aren't are pre-law materials, and the reason for that is so you can actually see the legal material in its raw form as I'm learning it as well. The third thing is that the information contained in these episodes are specifically only for educational purposes. They're not to be used as legal advice, and with that, the fourth thing is, if it is used as legal advice, we are not liable. That is, Law Schoolers is not liable for any legal outcomes. Thank you again for enjoying the show. Have a good one.